I want to talk about something that nobody in our industry is talking about openly. And I think it's about time somebody actually did. There is a ceiling in event planning, a very real, very specific salary ceiling that most planners hit somewhere between $65,000 and $75,000 a year. And they just stop. Not because they stopped working hard, not because they stopped caring, but because the market stopped rewarding them for what they were doing. I call it the planner plateau. And if you've been in this industry for more than a few years, I'm willing to bet you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here's the data. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics puts the average event planner salary at just over $62,000 a year. And Glassdoor shows us that the typical range is between $55,000 and $92,000. Over the last decade, the average salary in our industry, it's risen only 9%. 9% in 10 years. Meanwhile, the cost of living has gone up exorbitantly. The complexity of events has gone up. The expectation from clients has gone up, but compensation has barely moved. So what is actually happening here? The market compensates execution up to a defined ceiling. It reliably rewards professionals who deliver efficiently, but it reserves meaningful premium compensation for those who think strategically. And most of us were never taught to do that. We were taught, find a venue, get the vendors, build a timeline, maintain the budget. We were taught how to execute, and we're really good at it. But execution alone will not get you off of this plateau. And here's what I found when I started looking at the top earners in the industry. The people bringing in 100 to 120K and beyond, they're not simply better at logistics. They speak a completely different language. They walk into a client conversation and they're not talking about venues. They're talking about behavioral outcomes. They're talking about what they need the audience to feel and what they need them to do after the event is over. They're not presenting a strategy. They're not presenting a timeline or run a show. And because of that, they aren't competing with other planners. They're in a category of one. I built my entire methodology around this idea. Strategic experience design. And what it taught me is that the planning before the planning is where everything changes. Before you choose a venue, before you call a single vendor, you need to know what this event is designed to do, what behavior it is designed to produce, what success looks like before a single guest walks through the door. When you can answer those questions, you are no longer an event planner. You're an experiential strategist. And the market pays very differently for that. So how do you get there? You have to learn the framework. You get the credential. You start speaking the language of business outcomes instead of event logistics. And you stop letting clients define success after the fact based on whether the sweet potatoes were burnt or catering showed up on time. Because here is the truth. You're already doing incredible work. You're talented. You're already delivering. The only thing standing between you and the next level is the strategic layer that sits on top of everything. You already know that layer exists. It's learnable, and it's exactly what the CPES certification was built to teach. If you're tired of working this hard and not seeing your compensation reflect it, I want you to know that is not a you problem. This isn't an industry problem, and there is a solution to this problem. The link to learn more is in the description. Come check it out. And if you want to dig into this live with me, I'm launching the Strategist Hour on Tuesdays starting next week. It's free, it's live, and it is the exact kind of conversation that we need in this industry. I hope to see you there.